Hi everybody, welcome to practice. Today is day 24. We're nearly at the end of our 25 days of yoga together. And for today's practice, we have a hip opening practice. So something really nourishing to sink our teeth into today. So get into something comfortable, roll out your mat, and let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start today's practice in our balasana or child's pose. So coming into your variation of choice, maybe keeping the knees in together, bringing the arms down to the side as the forehead and the heart space mark down, or maybe bringing the knees out wide, toes into a point as we extend the arms forwards for our extended child's pose. Okay, wherever you are, just letting everything sink down for a moment. Maybe you want to tuck a cushion or a blanket in underneath the head here for a little bit of extra support. As we just take a moment to arrive here. Take a moment to drop into the breath. And bringing some loving awareness into the body, to the mind as well. Breathing with our natural state of being here. On the next breath, taking a really deep breath all the way down the body. And a long breath out. Slowly starting to bring a little wiggle into the fingers, a little wiggle into the toes. Allowing the eyelids to flutter open. And then slowly lifting the head. We're going to send our weight forwards onto the hands. Bringing the knees in underneath the hips. And just aligning here into our tabletop. Drawing the belly in. Straight line from the top of the head all the way down to the tailbone. And just taking a breath here. Awesome. Sending the weight back to our child's pose. And then inhale to come back forwards. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, slowly coming forwards. Just one more like this, sending it back. Maybe shimmying into the shoulders a little bit here as you settle back. And then slowly inhaling, shifting the weight forwards, coming back into our tabletop here. Beautiful. From here, we're going to extend the left leg out behind, toes come to the ground. And then slowly starting to float the toes up off the ground so the leg is hovering, extended out long. Beautiful. Bending the knee. Engaging the glutes as we draw that leg up so the thigh here is parallel to the ground. Taking a breath. And then sending those left toes over towards the right side of the mat. Okay, keeping the shoulders square to the mat here. Just twisting in from the hips here. Just taking one big breath. Beautiful. Slowly aligning back. Bringing that knee all the way back down. And planting it down on the earth, on the mat. Taking it to the other side. Extending the right leg. Toes come to the mat. And then slowly just starting to float that leg up. Bending the knee as we engage the glutes. Feeling the core engage here. As we Send the toes up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. Pressing down through the foundation here as well. So pressing down through all of the fingers, through the palms, pushing the mat away. And then sending those right toes over towards the left side of the mat. Again, keeping those shoulders nice and square here. Feeling that in the hip. Just taking a breath. Awesome. Slowly coming back to center and then bringing that knee down, planting it to the air. Good job. Pressing down through the hands now, rounding the spine slightly to create a little bit of space. We're going to step that left foot up to the top edge of the mat. Both hands coming to the inside of the foot here, into our lizard pose. Okay, so sinking down into the hips, lifting the chest, lifting the chin. Maybe you come up onto the fingertips here. Maybe tucking a book or a yoga block if you have one in underneath the hands here, just to give you a little bit of extra support, bringing the ground up towards you a little bit here. Okay, so whether you're up on a block or a book, whether you're on the fingertips or down on the palms, or maybe you go a little bit deeper, bending into the elbows, maybe coming all the way down onto the forearms here. Okay, wherever you are, just listening to your body, listening to what you need today in this practice. Maybe allowing the eyes to close. Just feeling the shoulders relax and feeling the breath traveling all the way down to the hips, the pelvis. We start to feel ourselves loosen and soften, exhaling away any tension, observing it release as we relax in here, surrendering, letting go. Just for one more big breath. Beautiful. Sending that leg back, coming back into our tabletop. Maybe just rocking back and forth for a moment. Awesome, and then we're going to take it over onto the other side. So we're stepping the right foot up this time. Hands are coming to the inside of that foot, sinking down into the hips as we lift the chest, lift the chin. Taking a moment to settle in here, notice what's present for you here, physically, any sensations in the body, in the physical body, also emotionally and mentally. So noticing how you're feeling here in the mind, noticing what's present for you here in the emotional body. Okay, finding your variation, whether that's down on the forearms, up on the fingertips or on a block. Maybe observing any differences on this side compared with the other side. Not judging, just noticing here. Taking one more full breath in and out. Awesome. And then sending it back once again into our tabletop here. Just realigning to stack the joints. Again, maybe rocking back and forwards. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring the elbows down to the ground where the hands currently are. Forearms and palms come down. Maybe inching the knees back ever so slightly. And then sending the heart space back and down. Forehead comes down as well as the head and the neck relax into our puppy pose. Okay, feeling a nice stretching and opening in the shoulders here. Lengthening through the spine, decompressing the lower back. And maybe just allowing the awareness to come to the soles of the tops of the feet, and the palms, the fingers. As you just feel that soft connection to the mat. feeling supported here as you just surrender in. If you need a little bit more here, option to press down through the hands and just lift up the forearms and the elbows from the ground. Okay, just an option. So maybe trying it out and then bringing it back down. Maybe just staying where you are. Or maybe going in for that option. Wherever you are, we're just going to take one more cycle of breath. Awesome. Slowly lifting the head, the gaze comes forward. Sending the weight forwards onto the forearms as the belly and the hips come down to the ground. Maybe just sliding, shuffling the legs back slightly as we lift the chest into our Sphinx pose. Little bending for the back here. So breathing down, imagining it traveling all the way down the spine into the lower back. Awesome. And then melting the chest down. Bring the hands in to create a little cushion for the forehead. Letting the head come down to rest. Awesome. From here, bending through the left knee, bending it out to the side, coming into our half frog pose, flexing the foot here. So we're aiming to have the ankle in a line with the knee and the knee in a line with the hip. Okay, so feeling a nice opening in that left hip here. Seeing if you can soften the glutes, soften the muscles of the legs. Softening the shoulders and the face. Allowing yourself to fully relax here and just be with the breath as this pose works its magic. As you start to feel a connection here. Breathing in and out. Awesome. Slowly starting to send that leg back, extending it out long. And then taking it to the other side. So right knee bends out. Bring the ankle into alignment with the knee to the hip, flexing that foot, and just letting everything relax down. Allowing the shoulders to soften. Taking a deep breath. Being with the natural flow of your breath here. And then slowly starting to extend that leg back out long again. Awesome. From here, bending both the knees, soles of the feet come up towards the ceiling or the sky. And then we're going to let both the feet fall over to the left. And then back through center and over to the right. Just taking this at your own pace, swinging the legs one side and then to the other. Nice little counterbalance for those hip opening poses here. This should feel really nice and releasing, nice and nourishing. So just allowing yourself to enjoy this, listening to the sound of your own breath. And then when you feel ready, when you're satisfied with this, letting the legs extend back out long, we're going to roll over to lay down on the back. into our Shavasana. Extending the legs out long, letting the arms come to rest and relax, allowing the feet to fall apart, the palms to open, as the eyes close and the whole body starts to become heavy. Feeling the weight of your head, your arms and legs as you slowly sink deeper into a state of relaxation and a state of calm here as the breath slows and softens. Staying here for this Shavasana in this place of relaxation for as long as you wish, as long as you desire. Taking a moment as well just to celebrate yourself for carving out this time for you, for this practice, and for joining along for this journey. Taking a big breath in and a long breath out. Namaste.